You know, from the simple design of a stop sign to the incredible structure of a beehive, our entire world is kind of built on a secret language of shapes. So today, we're going to decode that language and explore the amazing world of polygons.
All right, let's kick things off with a little puzzle. What in the world could a stop sign on your street corner and a beehive out in a field possibly have in common? I mean, they seem totally different, right? Well, the answer is this really elegant mathematical secret they both share. They're both polygons.
But to really see that connection, we've got to start with the absolute basics. So first things first, what is a polygon anyway? And you know what? The definition is actually super simple. For a shape to get into the Polygon Club, it just has to follow two rules. Rule 1, it has to be a closed shape, no gaps anywhere. And Rule 2, all of its sides have got to be straight lines, no curves. That's a big no-no. If it checks both those boxes, bam, it's a polygon.
A comparison like this makes it crystal clear, right? A triangle is a perfect little polygon. It's closed, and it's got 3 straight sides. A circle, on the other hand, well, it's closed, sure, but its entire edge is one big curve. So, sorry, circle, you just don't make the cut.
Okay, so once you can spot a polygon out in the wild, the next step is figuring out what to call it. Now, this might sound complicated, but it's really not. It's just like learning a couple of keywords in the language of geometry.
The whole naming system is based on one thing: how many sides it has. 3 sides? That's a triangle. 4 sides gets you a quadrilateral. 5 is a pentagon. Yep, just like that famous building. 6 sides is a hexagon. And 8 is an octagon. See? The name is really just a label for its side count. But just knowing the names, that's only the beginning. Things get really interesting when we start to classify polygons, sorting them based on their properties, not just how many sides they have.
So the first big divide is between regular and irregular. A regular polygon is, well, it's a perfectionist. Every single one of its sides is the exact same length, and every one of its dangles is the exact same size. And a regular polygon is a little more free-spirited. Its sides and angles can be all over the place.
Then you've got the next big split, convex versus concave. A convex polygon is pretty straightforward. All its corners point outwards. But a concave polygon has at least one angle that actually bends inward, creating this little dent. And here's a great way to remember it. That dent looks like it forms a little cave. Easy, right?
Okay, this is where it gets really cool. Polygons aren't just random shapes. They follow these super predictable mathematical rules. And if you know the formulas, you can unlock all their secrets. Think of it less like a scary math test and more like you're cracking a secret code. Let's talk about diagonals. The lines you can draw connecting any two corners that aren't already side by side. Instead of trying to draw and count every single one, which can get messy, you can use this simple little formula. It's n times n minus 3, and then you divide the whole thing by 2. And that letter n is just a stand-in for the number of sides. Let's try it out with a hexagon. A hexagon has 6 sides, so our n is 6. We just plug that into our formula. That's 6 times 6 minus 3, all divided by 2. Okay, so that simplifies to 6 times 3, which is 18. Divide that by 2, and you get 9. So a hexagon has exactly 9 diagonals. See? No drawing required. And it's not just diagonals. The sum of all the angles inside a polygon also follows a really neat pattern. For a pentagon, all its angles add up to 540 degrees. But if you add just one more side to make it a hexagon, that sum jumps up to 720 degrees. It's a simple rule. The more sides you add, the bigger the sum of the angles gets.
Okay, so we've gone through the definitions, the names, and even some of the secret math. But you might be thinking, why does this matter? Well, because once you know what you're looking for, I promise you, you will see these shapes absolutely everywhere. Let's connect the dots from theory to the real world.
Let's go all the way back to our STOP sign. It's always an octagon for a really important reason. That unique 8-sided shape makes it instantly recognizable, not just for the drivers facing it, but even for people who see it from the back or the side. It's a clever design choice that uses geometry to keep us safe.
And what about the beehive? Well, bees are basically master engineers. They use hexagons because it is the most efficient shape for the job, period. Hexagons fit together perfectly with 0 wasted space. That means bees can build a super strong and stable honeycomb using the least amount of wax possible. It is literally nature's perfect design.
So, from the rules of the road to the genius of the natural world, polygons are the hidden language of design all around us. And once you learn to recognize them, you really will start seeing them everywhere. So now that you know the rules of the game, what amazing polygons are you going to go out and discover?